Hi, Steve. How are you?
Hi, Atvara. Great to see you. How was the Nordic party?
Oh, it was fabulous. It was really nice to meet all of the, contestants from different countries, and I've met some of them before, but this was kind of special because there were more than just a few, and the vibe was very nice, and the people are, everybody's so sweet. You don't feel like you need to act or be someone else, or you just feel like you're one of the guys.
Who were you vibing with?
I don't think there's actually anyone I haven't vibed with. There was actually a comment about this on social media that somebody commented that they didn't expect that Latvia is going to be the social butterfly this year. I laughed out loud about that one, but yeah, I don't know, I just kind of like meeting people and understanding that everybody's going through the same path, and that hearing the stories how everybody's won their like the national finals and everything, it's such a it's such a unique experience to understand that everybody's going through the same thing. There's not a single soul in this that feels like they're better, or they're like some nothing. Everybody's just like, how did we get here?
Every year, Eurovision needs the mother, the social secretary, the social butterfly. So if that's you this year, that is fabulous. But listen, stay right there. We're going to find out about you, about Latvia, about your journey to Vienna. You are listening to the official Eurovision Song Contest podcast. So you are a social butterfly, are you?
I don't know, that's a difficult question. I'm just kind of I don't know, put out there, I like to meet people, I like to discuss experiences, and it kind of works in my favor, I guess, in this context where you actually have to, if you want to feel safe, you have to know what everybody is going through, and it kind of gives you the safety. So this is just easy for me. I am like that. I like to support people. I like to, you know, talk.
I saw the lovely video of you with Achilles from Greece. What did you make him say?
I made him say, Atvara ir labākā. It means Atvara is the best. My humor is, well, it's kind of funny sometimes. Sometimes I'm just, winging it, but this one actually made him laugh, so.
We're all winging it, honestly. If somebody says they're not winging it, they're lying. We're all winging life.
Yes, but that is actually what it feels like, that everybody knows this. Nobody is actually faking it with the like the contestants or the vibe. Everybody knows that we're going through the same experience, and that's the best in it, because you feel just like home, Even if you're in a different country, different city, you're just like, you meet these people and you're like, so what's up today? What's the new challenge? What are we up against?
Who did you give a big hug to?
Well, the first in my mind would be Delta, but she came up to me, which was a shock, kind of, because she's like this big star. I actually knew her, and I was very fond of her before Eurovision, before I even like thought about trying out for Eurovision. And I watched like the shows that she was a part of, and it felt like kind of insanity that she's gonna be there for me, because I was just a fan before, right? And then to see that she ended like her interviews, and then she came up to me to say hi and like give the biggest compliments, and how lovely and ethereal she finds like my song and everything, and it's just, I stood there like, what?
So you were a massive Delta fan before you found out that she was appearing.
Yeah, I absolutely was a fan of her, and then it's like, it's a weird feeling to see that somebody that you supports you. So it's just, yeah, that was a big moment for me, and I would say Achilles also gives the warmest hugs. He's just a walking teddy bear at this point. And and we did a lot of like social media stuff with the others, and also Aiden is the sweetest. He always like comes up and hugs you and tells you like great inspirational like words just so you feel safe and everything is right. And Alice is one of the first ones that I actually got to meet in the first pre-party that we
Hmm.
became friends with. And yeah, it's just I don't even know who I haven't like hugged.
Like I said, I like that there's somebody, we call it the glue of the class of 2026. You're the one bringing people together. You're the friendly face. I love it. Did Aidan give you a rose? That's an important question.
Of course he did. What is that even? Is that even a question? Of
So I'm
course he
glad he gave you a rose. Did Achilles give you his hat, or have you got a hat with the little ears?
No, I didn't, but can you imagine me in that kind of hat?
You'd look great.
Well, probably. I don't even know.
It's your new stage costume unlocked. Forget about the glass dress. It's all about the hat with the
Yes,
ears.
imagine the dress, the diamonds, and then the fluffy hat.
In lots of the interviews, you've said that this whole Eurovision journey is like a roller coaster, right? So
Yeah.
where on the roller coaster are you?
You know what's the feeling like? I would say the feeling is like you're always going up, but like the emotional parts start where like something comes up. I don't even know. I don't even have an example for you, but like you go up, 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 and then emotionally you're like, "Oop, oop, 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 oop," something happened, but you're still going up, up, up. That's the roller coaster. It doesn't go like, no, I haven't experienced the big downfall at this point, but
That's going to be
and
in Vienna. That the big bit is in Vienna, I think.
no, I think the big like downfall is after this all ends
Oh
because it's
yes.
so overwhelming, but in the best way. And then I think when it all ends, then it is like, what do we do now? How do we live? It's like when you watch your favorite series and they end, you're like, oh, what is life now? You suddenly get thrown into this huge thing and you don't know what's gonna happen. But then you go to the first pre-party, you meet these people, and all of them are so sweet and nice, and you suddenly feel like, wow, this is gonna be a really nice experience, and you start to enjoy it. And this is where I'm at. I'm actually enjoying it. I think this is the first like week or so where I'm like, oh wow, I actually get to go through this.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're feeling that because you have a beautiful song. You're
Huh.
representing Latvia, and for people they might not know that at Supernova, which is Latvia's national final, you came first with the jury, first with the public. It was overwhelming. How does it feel to be representing your country?
I expect it? No. Was I even remotely ready for it? No. But at the same time, I feel like, thank God, I'm one of those people that I just accept things as they are really fast, and I like to work through any issue or anything really in life that comes up to me. I like to deal with it in the first day or two. So this was the same thing when I won. It was like the first day when I was like, and then the second day was a bit less, and then I was like, okay, what do we need to do? What's the plan? How can I help? Who's gonna be on the team? And just like this whole thing happened. But the feeling of presenting your country is, well, it's a big responsibility. You start to think more about what you're saying, how you're saying it, and so you just it's like you want to do the best for your people.
What made you want to get involved with such a personal song? It's so emotional.
Well, we met up with JJ Lush, who is the co-writer of the song. He has produced all my music, and when we had the first meeting, I remember that specifically. It was the 27th of August, I think, and we met up, and we were like, okay, let's speak about something that actually matters. Let's not make music for the sake of making it. And we had a huge discussion, and I knew that I wanted to give out something that is something that I can tap in, that is personal for me. So this is where Anna kind of came to us, because we knew this was the rare moment where we actually felt like this is going to be a big thing, because we stood there in that studio and we were in tears by the first draft that we did.
Wow.
And it didn't have any lyrics at that point. It just had the and it was goosebumps, and it was something like magical. I cannot even describe it. And then we did it for like, I think we chatted for like 4 days in a row to understand how to lyrically not ruin it, because it felt like we have something special. Let's not ruin it. I remember Giannis was like, okay, we cannot mess this up. Because sometimes that happens. You write a great melody or do something nice with the production, and then you write something over it and it doesn't work. So yeah, we kind of, everything was kind of magical with this one. And it's a huge privilege that the people felt it, the jury felt it, and that they actually, well, they kind of risked it on me, to be honest, because the people that know me from like TikTok and everything, they know that I'm kind of like emotional and I'm a bit of a clown and everything, and you never know how a newbie artist can react, on a stage where millions of people are watching. But people still loved it, and they were like, you know what? For this song, we're willing to risk it. And that was just the biggest compliment for me that I could have ever received.
Atvara, you passed the test with flying colours, as we say in English. That final performance that you did, what was going through your body?
Yeah, I did have like this weirdly magical vibe on the stage. I haven't felt that before. And that's saying a lot, because actually in the first year of my career, we drove around Latvia with more than 20 concerts, and yeah, this one was something else.
When you first watch it, you might think there's not much choreo here, but there's actually loads of choreo, because you have, isn't there, right? There is loads of choreo in this, because you have to match up for all the effects.
I need to do everything by choreo. There's not one bit where I can move differently than the shadow, So there's no choreo. I'm like, yeah, try to do it then.
You have to get the hand at the right point, don't you, for when the glass moves back the other way?
It brings out the message if I do it right. That's the feeling. But that's also, it doesn't really lose it if I don't. That's the pretty part in it, I'd say.
I like that you're chill and zen. It is good.
Well,
Listen, trying to be on the outside.
Yeah, make it till you make it, Steve.
Indeed. We're all winging it, as I said. Stay right there. Don't go away. Loads more to ask you. You are listening to the official Eurovision Song Contest podcast. Atvara, representing Latvia, a very important question to ask you, because there's been amazing entries for Latvia in Eurovision. So here is a question for you. If you could choose, would you be the 7th member of Citizeni? Would you be the 5th member of Sudden Lights? Or would you be the 7th member of Tautamies?
Oi, this is a tough one.
Yeah, this is meant to be tough.
A tough one for me, because I like all three of them. Well, if I think about this logically, then it's probably Tautamies, because they're all girls.
Okay, Tautamies, the obvious one, but I assume you've met Citizeni and Sudden Lights and Dons.
I've met all of them, because like, even though I kind of made it in this industry in the last year, I worked in it for years. I've always been somebody behind the scenes. I've done like marketing, social media and everything. So I have met the artists before. I've actually done like some camps and everything where I've written music for other artists. I just never had the guts to try out myself, So that's what the last year kind of changed for me. So this is insane that in the first year when you're actually trying out your career, they send you to Eurovision.
You've always been around music and music
Yeah,
writing and everything. So what made you step to the front of the stage?
that's an interesting question because I've always wanted to do it. I've always felt like this is my path and this is my dream. But I don't know what it was, but I had this feeling that I'm not right for the industry, that I'm not the right look or not the right character, or the fact that I felt like there had been people before that were like, no, you cannot sing ballads. You need like upbeat music for like radio stations to take you and everything. So I just had a lot of doubt. And then at one point, I think it was year 24, a lot of things went down in like my personal life and everything. And I felt kind of like I hit the rock bottom and I was like, there's not there's not really lower to go. So what have you always wanted to do in your life? I've always wanted to sing, you know? So that is when I kind of released. I didn't even release the first song. I just kind of let out a piece of it on TikTok and it blew up.
Yeah.
And I woke up not knowing how to actually deal with all the notifications and everything. My life completely started to change. And this is actually kind of funny because this always happens in May. I don't know what is it with this. It was the first like that was the May when I got the breakdown and everything. Then the next May is when I was like, you know, I need to try out for one concert, even like if 20 people show up. That concert was full of people, and it kind of started this rolling like ball of concerts. And this May, I'll be in Vienna.
Singing for hundreds of millions of people.
That's like no biggie, you know?
What's the name of the song that went viral?
It's Piemanis Tveries.
And what does that mean in English?
Hold on to me.
Hold on to me. So you posted it on your TikTok, went to
Yeah.
bed, and then suddenly your phone was on fire.
I didn't even post the song. I did like a snippet where I asked people if it would like if they would like it because I was like they probably wouldn't, you know, it's a ballad. And the people were like, "You what?" So it was also like a dream come true and it felt like what is going on, you know, pinch me, I need to wake up. That was the feeling. So yeah.
Oh, I love this story. It's amazing. And have you had lots of support from all those artists and people in Latvia who you worked with before you took to the front of the stage?
Some of them were like, "Oh, finally." How long it took you? 13 years. No, it was funny that the industry folks that knew me, they were really supportive and they were actually like, we were waiting for you to like get it on, you know, get it together. What do you mean? You needed to sing a long time ago."
Do you have any Eurovision memories? Have you got any favorite songs?
Oof, many. I love Lorene's songs. I think Aminat the song for Latvia.
Oh, yeah, amazing.
That's still one of my favorite songs ever.
This is my impression of her. There we go. Arms outstretched. A
Yes,
dramatic arm stretch. That
yes,
was her.
it's exactly that. I still remember the arms outstretched, you know. But can you imagine how big of an impact it was that we still remember it, you know?
Yeah, completely. Honestly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny you mention it and just it's in my I know it straight away, you know?
Everything red and the love injected and everything. It was just
Yeah.
it was so nice. Also, she had an interview not long ago where somebody of the press here actually asked her, and she was really also supportive of me, which was great to hear. That she was like, "Yes, I like the song, and it was so good and everything. And I hope she like does the best." And it was like, ah, oh my god.
I don't want you to spoil any secrets, but are we keeping the vibe of the national final for Vienna?
What do you think?
I'm thinking yes, because it works so well in Vienna. It would be weird if it was totally changed.
Well, you kind of guessed it. Yes. Well, we let's just say like that. I won't spoil everything, but there are some details that we have discussed and kind of just made maybe a tiny bit better, or the stages are like two completely different setups. So it was like, what do we need to adjust so it looks just as good there? And yeah, it was not just for the staging, but for like small, like different parts of other things. See me not spoiling.
I know, I know, you're being very good.
But anyways, we will try to do our best to keep the idea alive. Let's
I
just
love
say
it. A very important question. Can we expect the Atvara and Delta Goodrum collab at some point?
that would be amazing. Wow, I have not asked her, but I will now. And I will
Yeah,
be, I asked me.
there is loads of opportunity. We could have a little bit of an Anna Eclipse mashup, couldn't we?
Oh, that would be lovely. I will use this. I will use you, Steve, and I will go up to her and say, you know what? There's this guy, Steve Holden, and he was like, we need to mash up our song.
Honestly, get your producer, JJ Lush. He can
Yes,
work on it so that you've got it on your phone, ready to like present. Your TikToks in the bag is sorted, you know?
yes, I love that.
The two big ballad queens of Eurovision 2026. Can you imagine the power when they come together?
I like the big ballads that have a
Oh,
beat. What are you gonna
who
do about it?
who doesn't love a big ballad? You know, it comes like, Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing. Celine
Yes,
Dion, My Heart Will Go On. You can't beat a big ballad.
yes, exactly. So when I first heard the Eclipse Delta's like the ballad, I was like, yes, this is right up my street. This is my cup of tea. This is everything this Eurovision needed. Thank you, Delta. I'm set.
Do you know what? Talking to you, I love that you know how Eurovision works. You know that when you get to the semi-finals, that is going to be the first time people hear your song. Most people, and
Yeah.
I love the way that you understand this already. This is good. This is really good.
If I stress about it, my best won't be in the same room. But if I just go there like I want to enjoy this and I want to tell my story and I want to give a voice to everybody that has ever been through the shadows that this song is about, I was like, you know what? Yes. Because that was actually the first thing, we wrote it about people who have been by someone's side that is addicted and what it feels like to be codependent on somebody else and not knowing what to do with it and not knowing how to even go home. That's the feeling we wanted to introduce to people. And yeah, and I feel like the staging and everything together, I feel like there's a lot of people already that have resonated, and that's all there is. That's all that matters.
I was just thinking, actually, there's a question I've not asked you. It's the obvious one, and people will be going, "Why hasn't Steve asked that?" But your stage name, Atvara, what does it mean?
Literally translated, it's whirlpool. It's the thing in like lakes, I think it's rivers as well. Well, anything in the water that like does the circle and sucks you in. So I'm
Yeah.
here to just suck everybody in.
And on stage with the glass as well. Everything is like
Yeah, it's like a circle, everything is a story. But
yeah.
this is what I actually love to do. I love storytelling. I started like my TikTok several years ago, just talking about like opinions and like the meaningful things that were going on and like some exact moments. And it's just to give the feeling with the storytelling. And that's what I actually started to do with my music as well. And I think it's one of the reasons why it worked, because it's always a story. It's not just, a song for whatever reason. So, yeah, and for like Eurovision, for Supernova, I was like, I didn't even think about should I win or should I not win. I thought about, can I make this story the best I've ever made? Not just as a song, but as the visuals, as the feeling, like, can it all click? and that was my goal for I wanted to reach people, and just I feel it's an important message to give a voice to those people that don't have the strength to talk about it, and just maybe give them a song where they can go through it, maybe heal. This is what I tell people: let yourself feel it, and then you will heal.
You will get that across in Vienna. I love that you are the human whirlpool, sucking everyone in ahead of Vienna into your spell, your social butterflyness.
I heard you saying it, and I was like, I see it, how it haunts me.
No, it makes you stand out, obviously.
Well, I guess that's good.
You're doing all the pre-parties, and then you'll be there in Austria singing Anna to the world. So I just hope you love the next couple of weeks, and we'll look forward to seeing you in Vienna.
Well, thank you. This was also a really nice talk. Thank you, Steve. I really enjoyed it.
Atvara, representing Latvia with Anna, thank you for being on the official Eurovision Song Contest podcast.
Thank you for having me.